How you doing, you futures fanatics? It's Rod. Welcome back to the Futures Fanatic channel here on YouTube. It's part of TDG, that's the Traders Dev Group, where we provide education for active futures traders and self-directed investors. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about my favorite futures brokers. I did some other videos on top five platforms, top five prop firms, and a question I get asked a lot is, if you're not, what's the best broker? All right, so we're going to go through that tonight. By the way, you can see down here, got this little orange. I'm using a green screen, so that's the desk behind me. First thing you got to do, regardless of what futures broker, get yourself one of these stress balls. I got them in 3 different colors, 3 different intensities. All right. Since I didn't jump right into the video, another thing that you can check below is for timestamps. So you can jump to the timestamp for whatever broker if I end up going on a little bit long. But I think I should get through this pretty quickly. So the first one I want to talk about it all the time, Tradovate. Tradovate.com. They're probably the best combination of technology along with cost and customer support. So one of the things I really like about Tradovate is that you have a mobile, desktop, and web-based trading platform that you can choose from. So definitely one to check out, Tradovate, Tradovate.com. Next is AMP, ampfutures.com, and AMP is the one that I'm showing here that actually doesn't have their own platform, but they have a lot of different selections for both datas and platforms. They're also going to be the lowest cost and commissions. If you're newer to futures, why don't you hit the subscribe, like this video since I'm providing the content for you, turn on the bell notifications, and comment if you'd like. By the way, if you don't see your broker on here and you've had a good experience with a broker that I don't mention, obviously I can't mention there are dozens and dozens of what is called FCMs, or introducing brokers in the futures markets, please do leave a comment and tell me if I've missed one. But getting back to AMP, AMP is probably the lowest cost, and what I was getting at, if you're newer to futures, there is not really such thing as no commission or fees in the futures markets yet. So you get what you pay for it. I just made a video about the benefits of day trading and using the futures markets as opposed to stocks or options tradings on something like Robinhood. So there are some commissions and fees you might want to compare around if you're price sensitive or you think you're going to be trading an awful lot. Obviously, the commissions and fees can sort of add up, and AMP is going to be the lowest cost for that. A platform they just added support for them that I really like is called Quant Tower. It's desktop only, but it's very powerful, and it's also multi-broker, so you can actually connect to interactive brokers and some other brokers on the back end if you want to trade both futures through AMP as well as stocks and options through another broker. Next is going to be Ninja Brokerage. Ninja is a platform that's been around. It's probably one of my favorite for active day trading. Some people like it, some people don't. They also have a brokerage division. It's called Ninja Brokerage, and if you are a Ninja Brokerage client, you do qualify for discounts on the platform, I believe. I've had so many licenses for so long, don't quote me on that, but I believe there's a connection between, of course, using their platform, which is essentially the only platform they support. I guess they support other rhythmic platforms, but I'm not sure. So you're going to be using NinjaTrader for the most part if you select Ninja Brokerage. I would not go with Ninja Brokerage unless you're going to be using NinjaTrader. Okay, and now we got an honorable mention for interactive brokers, believe it or not. Now, interactive brokers is going to have the absolute highest transaction costs and the absolute highest margins. You can subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, hit the like button for this video if you want to learn more about margins and how margin and buying power work in the futures markets. But essentially, it's an important consideration with a broker because some brokers are going to give you a heck of a lot more buying power or bang for your buck than others. And interactive brokers is a lot more conservative. So why would I even give it an honorable mention? Well, I actually have my biggest account at interactive brokers, and that's because, like TD Ameritrade, now part of Schwab, I think TD Ameritrade is part of Schwab, isn't it? I keep saying that. I better check that that's the case. I know they're independent, but I'm pretty sure they're part of Schwab. Interactive brokers is going to give you the ability to trade multiple assets all in one kind of place, even though on the back end they're different brokers. So this is not for everybody, but if you have a larger account or you've been a self-directed investor for a while and you want to get into futures, interactive brokers, if you don't already have an account there, is a good place in terms of fees, costs, margins, and things across, again, larger accounts. And as you can see here, they support APIs. So they're one of the few remaining third-party brokers that you can trade through on NinjaTrader as well. So I actually connect NinjaTrader to a number of different backends, including Interactive Brokers, and I probably do the most amount of futures trading at Interactive Brokers just because they're cross-margined with the rest of my accounts. In other words, they just automatically give you as much buying power as you need relative to the other size of your account. If you got a lot of money there, it's a pretty good deal. But for most people watching this video, if you're newer to futures, you probably want to start with Tradovate or AMP. That's a great place to start. Low initial deposits, etc., etc. However, if you don't want to deposit anything, you might want to take a look at what I talk about a lot here, which is prop programs, okay? And I'm mentioning one here from TopStep. They've been around the longest. And what this prop program will do is for a monthly fee, you can actually trade essentially a demo account for free. Why would you want to do that? Well, because once you figure out what you're doing and you get going, you can actually qualify for a account from this firm at no risk. Okay, so that's definitely a program to be aware of, and the monthly fees for participating in these programs is less than the minimum deposit that you would make if you wanted to start with one of the other brokers that I just mentioned. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to a couple different programs that are going on right now to consider. Again, this is going to give you the platform, the data, a little bit of basic information and training. All these firms have a number of different sort of futures 101 and stuff that I do here on YouTube as well that can get you familiarized with the futures markets, and it's a really great place to start. And right now TopStep's running a deal that I've never seen them do anything like. It's become a pretty competitive environment. For $115 a month, for as long as you're in the program, you get access to the $50,000 what they call combine or evaluation. So I won't go into all the program details here. I have a number of different videos here on the channel that you can check out if you want to learn more about these programs. So that's from TopStep. And another that I really like is actually, this is a little time sensitive. I'm going to post this today on July 31st. I believe this ends today. Maybe they renew it, but another firm is called Earn to Trade. And Earn to Trade is offering 40% discounts on their program, I think just through, again, tonight, July 31st. But if you're watching this afterwards, which is a good chance you are, maybe you go over to the site and check if they're still offering any kind of discounts. And you can check the link below for that. Now, real quick on TopStep, you have a lot of different platform choices, but the reason that I like TopStep is because it's combined with Tradovate. And you can trade directly on the Tradovate platform. Get familiar with that even before you open an account here. You can see Best Futures Broker according to Ben Zenga. And then also the broker awards over from TradingView. So also on this channel, lots of videos that I do on TradingView. Great platform for charting and analysis. And now you can combine a broker like Tradovate, a platform like TradingView, and a program like TopStep to bring it all into one place. And over here on Earn to Trade, you're probably working with actually Ninja Trader as your platform. Okay, so talk for another day about all the connections between brokers and platforms. This one's just about starting point for brokers. And the last thing I'll mention, I'll put it in the description below, is that if you use either of these links and you think that a prop program might be good for you at this particular time, I am offering a free month inside of my Pro Trade Room for anybody that uses one of these links and signs up for these programs. I don't make much money at all. It's really not about, I'm not getting rich at affiliate programs at all. But I am starting to shift my focus to, I think the way I can have the most impact and help the most new traders is by working with them in conjunction with these no risk kind of programs. Okay, the most common thing that happens, because trading is difficult, it's a skill, it takes time to develop, is people will get involved in our community and have some success for a little while and then have some rough patches, which we always do. And during those rough patches, right when I would hope they could sort of push through and keep going, I've been trading the futures market since 1997. I have a lot of battle scars to show for it. That's just when they're down and out, when they stop, and that's because they've lost money. And in these prop programs, you don't lose money. So you can come into the Pro Trade Room where we have a lot of professional traders that are trading for a living and have already been with me for some with 2 to 3 years, some for almost 10 years from some past trading organizations that I've had. And you can come into that exact community, but be in a no-risk environment in the prop program, and I will actually trade live a number of these prop programs as well. Some that are already funded that we've moved through, and some where we're actually in the evaluation stage. All right, so ventured off a little bit from where you started in this video, which was brokers. If you're interested in just starting and want to deposit some money and trade live as a broker, Tradovate, AMP with Quant Tower, Ninja Trader, and if you got a lot more dough and interactive brokers is a good thing to consider as well. All right, we'll leave it there for tonight. And finally, don't risk any money. Check out the Top Step programs that you can compete for 50 grand for about $115 a month. All right, that'll be it for tonight. Again, my name is Rod, the Futures Fanatic, reminding you to stay green and trade like you mean it. Thanks.